Hey y'all, I know I'm not normally live this time of day, but I got something I gotta say. I don't have much time. Well, shout out to you for the gift already in the house. Yes, I don't know if it's an unk alert, but it's alerting this bitch because I got something we need to discuss. Y'all do me a favor, y'all. Like this video, share this video, subscribe if you have not. Hit that notification bell. So when YouTube ain't being a hater, they might let you know that I'm live. Now, y'all, I'm not gonna be here long because I really got stuff I gotta go do. I'm going to let me start off with this. I am headed tomorrow to North Carolina, Kensington, and so I will see you guys. For those of y'all that are coming out, don't forget that we have enrollment all across the country right now. It is a homeschool accredited program that is in STEM for our Black kids. And if you are in the North Carolina, Kingston area or Brooklyn, we actually have a facility, you guys, that you can bring your kids to. Yes, it is raining hard as hell, and the power done went off like 6 times on me and came back on. So if it go off, we just gonna be talking in the dark because the 5G is working fine. Okay, so if the lights go out, we gonna be in the dark, and when they come back on, whatever. Okay, because it is raining hard as hell. Can y'all see that? But y'all like this video for me, share this video. All right, I want to say something that is important that needs to be said. And I'm watching all of this go on the news, everything that everybody keeps talking about, and it's making me angry, y'all. And I want to say why I'm angry. I need y'all to hear me on this, right? Now, first, let me say, before I go in, I want to say that I understand that their child is dead. I mean, no disrespect to their family. But when we're talking about what's going on right now, we're talking about something that affects the Black community. And so what I watch Nolan's parents continue to do, especially after this last press conference they had with Crump, it's kind of disrespectful. It's not even kind of, it is disrespectful. And so what I want to introduce y'all to today is another, I would say, matrix of how this activism shit in the Black community works. It's like we're on this never-ending cycle of shit that goes in a merry-go-round. Nothing ever gets resolved. Justice is never truly, keyword here, truly had, and no real change ever comes about. And it is intended to be that way. And I want you to know that the individuals that are perpetuating this cycle are not the people you think they are. Meaning, yes, there is a lot that the government plays. Yes, there is a lot that white supremacy plays into. But I want you to know it is the Black community that plays defense to keep this motherfucking merry-go-round going. And while they scream justice, they are absolutely doing the opposite of what they say they want by their actions. And see, that's the matrix of it all. Because you can't look at his mama and not think she don't have the right to feel she feels. Some of y'all watch it and you will miss every, we talk about white people and microaggressions. You will miss every little micro coonin playing the game that she throw out there, whether she knows she's doing it or not. That's the crazy part. She may not even be doing this intentionally, but she got Crump next to her. There is a certain way that these things play out. There are people that come into your ear and they're all the fucking same the way that they play out. But regardless, whether she knows this or not, her actions are fucking disrespectful to the Black community. And I'm gonna need us to start standing on everybody's neck that don't mean us no good. I don't give a fuck if they are our own people. I don't care what race they is, because this is the type of shit is why we can't ever get anywhere, okay? And I'm explaining exactly to you what I mean if you don't see it. Some of y'all might see it. I got some smart people be in my comment section. If you a day one, you probably done already peeped the shit. But for those that don't, I'm gonna tell you exactly what I'm talking about. Shout out to you, VW55 says, thank you for the $2 holla, says, yes, Christina vibes are way off Nolan's mama. That's her name, Christina? Okay. Now, I want to also say this too as I get started talking. I want to also acknowledge and thank you for the gifts for those of y'all that keep putting them in there. Thank you for that. But this is the thing. I want to say this as a woman because somebody came here last night and wanted to point out, oh, you a white woman. Well, I'm not a white woman, but that's not completely not true, right? Like, I'm half white. So I want to say this as a woman that is a biracial woman in the Black community, right? Of course, by social construct, I am a Black woman. But the truth of the matter is I'm a biracial. So let me say to all biracials to shut the fuck up when you don't know how to act, okay? And for her to be biracial, part of her problem is that I think that she really thinks in the community she grew up in, because she went to school in that community. One of the kids who was with her son, that mother is a judge, they went to school together. So she's always been brought up in this bougie ass class of, I'm not around the rest of the Negroes. I'm sure to some extent she doesn't understand the black plight at all. She doesn't really suffer from it. It's funny because I find a lot of black people, or people like her that are biracial, that when people want to go off and get a better life, or this is how I live, or they think they're so far removed, I call this your Negro wake-up call. Because when you think ain't no racism, you think ain't none of this shit happen, boom, all of a sudden it hit your family like never before. Sometimes the things that you run from, life gonna make your ass have to come and face them, because you just a fool, and life has watched you be ignorant for too long for the fact that you think this shit ain't really true. So let me hit you with it in the worst way and give you a wake-up call. She didn't think that people were racist in her community. She won't even say now that people are racist in her community. But I want y'all to peep the game. So you go and get Ben Crump. That's who you go get? Who is Crump, y'all? So let's play this game. Let's unpack the matrix of this bullshit. Well, I'm telling you, you're not never finna get nowhere as black people. This is why I got off the merry-go-round. Mechee, you gonna be in the street marching, bitch? No. Mechee, you protesting something, nigga? No. Mechee, you gonna put some efforts in your funds and your time and your energy into saving some shit, nigga? No. No. And thank you. What's that? That's a whole stage lighter with fireworks. I like that gift. All right, that's new around here. Thank you for whoever gave that. Oh shit, Mike dropping the house. I like these gifts. I ain't even know we had all these gifts around here. All right, it is a purple head. It's kind of fat like my. I love it. I love it. I love it. But for real, y'all, listen to this. So you go get Ben Crump. Who's Ben Crump? Ben Crump is the guy you always go get if you want to play the race card. Yes? Follow me down this rabbit hole, because I promise you I'm going to take you somewhere. I'm not going to get Ben Crump unless I want him to play the race card. Yes? Because he's a civil rights attorney. This is what he comes in. He's not a criminal attorney. He's a civil rights attorney. So let's be clear. Your son was in the situation he was in. Of course, he's dead, so he doesn't need a criminal attorney. But you go and get Ben Crump, who is a civil rights attorney and who is a man that continues to show up for cases for black people that have been treated racist and unjust. So you are playing the race card first and foremost by going to get Crump, because Crump didn't find them. They hired him. They went straight to him. They said, well, go get Ben Crump. So what I'm going to tell you that I have realized in that is that no matter how protected you thought your community was, how motherfucking you thought it was okay to hang out with these damn people. Oh shit, thank you for that gift. I like to spill the tea too. But no matter how much you thought you was safe, as soon as your son got killed, what's the first thing they said? They said, oh, he was the only black person. Oh, the police aren't investigating because he's black and everybody else is white. His mama and daddy never thought like that until that day. Now, all of a sudden, remember when you was living in that community, you was being raised with everybody, you was fucking with everybody, you was hanging out at the potlucks, bitch, you go to church with everybody around there. Everybody was not racist and the community was just fine, and everybody else is living in a facade of some shit that doesn't exist. But then as soon as you don't get the answers, now all of a sudden it's some racism. Well, if you thought that beforehand, Christina, that's his mama name, Miss Wells, why the fuck did you let your kid go and hang out with all these white kids if you thought they was racist? And if you don't think it's a race issue, what the fuck did you go get Ben Crump for? Now y'all follow me down this goddamn rabbit hole, because I'm just at the very beginning of it. So you go get Crump. Crump stands next to you. Crump plays the race card, but he doesn't play the race card. Have y'all peeped that? So he says that we want to make sure this injustice gets resolved. He says that Mississippi has a history of doing all of this bullshit. But then you got the mama that whenever they ask her, does she think this is about race? The bitch refuses to fucking answer. Now you playing the race card, but you won't stand your ass up. You got your attorney playing the race card. You got the whole black community behind you. I won't say whole because I'm not donating a shit. You got all the black community behind you. Motherfuckers is GoFunding your GoFundMe. Can we be clear? What are we GoFunding them for? And I'm not against us supporting our people financially in travesties. But this lady that I already told y'all online in her interview several times, she said, if you don't have the money to give, just pray for us. You don't even have to give to the GoFundMe. They went and hired, keyword here, they hired Crump before they put up the GoFundMe. He didn't do this pro bono. They didn't raise the money from you to go get him. They already had the money and paid for him. They don't even need your money. And you still filling up a GoFundMe for them. Send that shit to Zayas Institute. We got a bunch of kids who are still alive, who understand the oppressor in this country. They are being taught every day the ways to do stuff. They are building the next engineers of the next future. Put that motherfucking money in the kids of our future instead of a family that's finna play you because they think their child is the only motherfucker that deserves justice. So you play the race card, but then you don't play the race card. You get up on TV and you refuse to answer the race question when your actions and who you have standing next to you and speaking for you already says you're playing the race card. So on one end, you want us to be like, yo, this racist, but then you want to act like, well, it's not really about race. Bitch, which one is it? Now, see, y'all, this is called playing the race card. See, we get mad when people say that because it's always been used in a way that it's like, other people that aren't black or white people will say, you're just playing the race card and this ain't really racist. Y'all never really thought about it in the fact that there is a race card. And there are motherfuckers that use that shit like she's using that shit. Whether she believes people are racist or not, she is going to play that card. She is going to use the black community so that she can get the answer she needs for her son. So at the last press conference, this woman says that they're having a memorial. She gives the information about his homegoing and all of that stuff. She says that in the midst of saying, you know, it's just for family and friends and things like that, she's basically saying, I don't want the public there. And that's your right. I don't know if I would want everybody and their mama at my child's funeral either. So I agree. But then she says, for all of you that will be protesting and you will continue protesting and doing protests, just please remember to be peaceful. Nolan wouldn't wanted anything else but to be peaceful. Now that's where she pissed me off. And let me tell you why. I do not expect this woman to stand up in front of everybody and say, go burn some shit down. I expect you to shut the fuck up and not say nothing. You don't have to encourage violence, but you don't have to come up in this motherfucker and tell people after you done pulled them into your shit, now you gonna tell us how to act. So you gonna play the race card, bitch, but you want us to just do it peaceably and quietly. You have triggered people, bitch. And what I mean by that is, does she not know, and no, she doesn't know this, that there are tons of black people across this nation right the fuck now that are actually involved in your son's case and they want justice for him because they never got justice for theirs. Bitch, what make you think that every motherfucking time you pull on a black person's trigger to get your benefit for your child, that it's not personal to them? And then you come out and tell people, don't be, be peaceable. Bitch, maybe I'm in the streets for my son. I'm not in this motherfucker for yours. Because this been happening since mine, and since it happened to yours, I think maybe I can take this moment to get some more attention to the fact that this shit keep going on. Because, bitch, you want justice, but you know how many mamas don't got justice? Don't fucking ask the community to back you while playing off of our oppression, but then tell us to be a good nigga. Oh, Nolan would have wanted you to be peaceful. Y'all all say that shit. You know why you say that shit? Because Crump gets you in a room and he tell all his people to say that shit. Because you look more for us to get a check later because they handled this wrong and we had to get our own autopsy and we had to bring all of this stuff in. They weren't even going to investigate right. We're going to be able to sue them for that later. That's why Crump is there. So he can sue them for violating the rights and not giving a proper investigation Somebody said, Mechee, she's traumatized, not in her right mind. I agree with you. But this is the matrix of it all. She is being played in the emotions she has. She doesn't know that she's being disrespectful. Crump knows exactly what the fuck he's doing. He knows it's disrespectful. But I'm just sick of this. So how do you get off of the matrix? That's why it's the matrix. How do you get off of this? That's what I want to know. How do we get off of this merry-go-round? Because if we have to sympathize with her and say she doesn't really even know how she's being played, she just wants justice for her son, she's not thinking about everybody else's issue because, bitch, you was never in tune with the black community anyway. This is why you won't answer the racist question. Because anybody who's been involved in the black community, living in the black community, ask me online and I got Crump standing next to me and I think some motherfuckers did some racist shit to my son and they covered up there. Do you think race played a part in this? Well, absolutely. I don't know if it played a part in what happened to him, but I definitely know that the system has a history. Why are you not repeating what Crump said to you? Because she's so far in La La Land, her and her husband and Nolan don't even know about all those cases in Mississippi. Because when it wasn't they son, they wasn't hitting no GoFundMes. They wasn't paying attention to your pain. They didn't know what the fuck was going on out here because that wasn't them. They're not like us. We're not those kind of niggas. Can we have a real conversation? So they don't even know all of the racism that happens in Mississippi in the system because they not really looking at it because all them injustices ain't injustices. It's because y'all out of order and we not that kind of black. We different than y'all. Yes, the woman is traumatized. Yes, she don't know what's going on. Yes, unconsciously, she is being used and being played as a part of this matrix. And Crump has definitely helped that be done. He is using the people. We are reacting as we do usually to go fill up a GoFundMe, to go protest, to go march, to go scream and demand some justice. While the person who wants the justice riles up black people and all we've been through and says, here goes some more racist shit. But please be a good nigga. We are going to fight hard to get justice. And we just want to know all my answers and what happened to my son. And we just want everybody to be peaceable. What? Why you don't want nobody to burn shit down? And you don't have to tell people that. But why are you triggering black people's pain? And this is another thing why we won't get justice. Let's talk about this last little bit of the matrix and the merry-go-round that we stay on. So I want you to look at her dad, at the dad. Why don't the dad ever say shit? You know how we always say when somebody dies, it's always the mom up there, they all fatherless. So he got a daddy. His father is there. But why is there and blacks will stand up and lose their jobs and livelihood this cause while she sails off with her frat sisters and brothers? Yes, she's sad, but this shit is different. Where are the Filipinos? Well, that is her other heritage. They're not coming out to fight for her. Absolutely not. They're not coming out to fight for her. Somebody said, where's Nolan's dad? I don't know if it's that or not. But why is this black man standing behind her and he never has anything to say? You know why? Because in order to appease the white people, to get the best check you can, to say, well, even in all they did, she still stayed cooperative. She didn't cause an uproar. She actually made sure people stayed in place. And this woman and her family been through so much. You know why the black man can't talk? Because when men talk, men should not go to the mic and ever say, just be calm. No, what he should do is be a man to step up to the mic and he should say that as long as there is breath in my body until the day I die, I'm not going to stop until I find out what happened to my son. What I'm not going to do is I'm not going to stop until we make sure that the corrupt things that happen here are not going to happen again, right? So when he stands up to the mic, he's going to have to speak in the tone of a man. So instead of making him look like a bitch, they just tell him to shut up in the back, because when a black man speaks, he is threatening to white America. They don't want to watch a white man speak unless he is broken down and he is weak, which he is, because him sitting back there saying nothing and being mute at all of these things and letting the mother talk. What happened to the leadership in the household? If the man is supposed to be the leader in the patriotic household, which white people gave you, why is it that when this shit happens, they always want the black man, though, that is supposed to be the head of his household, to sit down and let the woman do all the talking? Why mama always got to compose herself? She should be over there crying her heart out since she claims she's so hurt, blowing snot and boogers and tissue while her husband is rubbing her back and showing that he is the strength in his family that is finna stand for what him and his fucking family need. How come daddy got to be quiet? Because he a nigga. And it looks better when you're cooperative. You know, even after everything goes down, Massa will give us a bigger check. And that's actually why Crump is in this, for the check. Right? They'll give us a bigger check. So this is why he's pushing this narrative. He's saying if you seem combative, it's harder for us to get justice. Why do you have to? That's some white supremacist shit. Why, if a person gets done wrong, your child is dead, why do the people that have to deal with that, why do they have to show themselves as decent acting? Why do they have to be concerned with how they come across? They're the victims here. But your son is dead. There is somebody that is very violent, and it's not you. But unless you say anything else, but we would want peace. Have y'all found it weird that most of the people that Crump and everybody that he stand next to, whenever they go to the mic, they all say that all of their loved ones will wanted peace? I don't know. I live in the hood, and I ain't really met too many niggas that if you do something to them, they want that much peace. They usually want peace if they can't get you back because they a punk. But if I got the means to get you back, bitch, I know you didn't just do what you think you did to me, and you're not finna get away with it. You mean to tell me all of these people that have passed away, they all have the same sentiment? All these people done died, but they all they would want peace. And I'm not saying his mama got to incite violence, but what she could do is just shut the fuck up. But see, that's part of the program. She has to say that. She has to say that. Now watch this. This is the most disrespectful thing to the black community in all of this. We just want answers. We want you to be peaceable. We thank you for the support that you have given us. We thank you for the money you have given us. But what we want you to do is put all of your effort and energy into me and my child, even though we probably didn't even mix among you motherfuckers. But because we are all the same color now, we're black people, and my son was black and he was around white people, you guys should stick with us. That's not justice. Somebody need to go tell Christina that the reason we're fighting, bitch, is not for your child. It's not. It's not. It's for justice. Because you can find out what happened to your son all day long. But if we don't uncover and keep being loud and keep playing the race card that you played in the first place, bitch, you handed us the race card to play. Then when we play it all the way, we got to calm down because you didn't know how deep this racist shit go. So we should be quiet. No, we should keep going so that we can expose Stacey Turner so people can understand that real justice, bitch, is not somebody going to jail for your son. Not the card you played. You played the race card. So, now that we're here, when you play the race card, justice doesn't belong to you anymore. Now we're fighting for all of us. So no, if you just find out what happens to your son and some white boys go to fuck to jail, bitch, that's not justice. Not for the card you played. Not for the card that you played. The card you played demands this. We demand things like, how did this even happen? If the coroner covered that shit up and she's tied to other unjust cases, because there are other parents that have had the same coroner dismiss their child and they wanted the motherfucking truth too, and they didn't get it, and they didn't get real justice. And guess what? Stacey is still a medical examiner for y'all state, and she's still in position. That's why she was able to lie about your son, bitch. Because the last people she played didn't get justice or move her out her spot. The last people in Mississippi that dealt with the same police department you dealing with, they didn't get no justice. They motherfucking evidence got dismissed. They didn't investigate like they should. And they're still in place. And the reason that they still in place to do what they did to your son is because the other people that was fighting never got the real justice that this race card fucking deserves. So see, this is not just about motherfucking Nolan. She thinks this is about Nolan. Bitch, you played the race card. This is not about Nolan anymore. This is about all the black people that are triggered by all the racist shit that happens to them, by all the other cases we've never got justice for, by all the shit we don't get answers to, for all the black people who will be fucked up because all you want is answers. I think it is unfair for anybody in our community to have a travesty because you know how many of our children and our loved ones are murdered in the same manner. Fuck the violence in the black community because somebody gonna bring that shit up. We're not talking about that right now. I'm talking about, do you know how many other people have seen injustices due to racism happen to their family? How many people have been unjustly murdered? Fuck the nation just right in Mississippi. We got grown black men who were run over by the police. You driving so reckless you hit a pedestrian? You don't go to jail. They don't take your motherfucking badge. They don't sit you at a desk. You pick this man up, throw him in the back of your truck, Mississippi, and you take him to the pauper field and you throw him in there and make his mama look for him for 147 days. Report him missing. You bitch ass nigga said we didn't know who he was. They dig up his body and his wallet and his ID is in his front pocket. I could go on and on and on. So you disrespectful to come to the black community that has dealt with the bullshit you're dealing with? We've already been dealing with it. And you want us to just be peaceful? Bitch, it's not about your son no more. This is about all of the injustices and the racism that is in Mississippi. And if you wanted to do your son any justice, and if you wanted to honor his motherfucking name, you would use this travesty to bring light to the corruption that is there, and you would demand that something changes. But if you do that, Christina, Crump not gonna get a big check for you. If you fight back, they will fight you tooth and motherfucking nail. And you have a community of black people that might fight behind you because we need a reason. But you won't do all that fighting because you just want to know what happened to your son. Racism happened to your son, bitch. And unless you're going to help us resolve it, stop playing the race card on us. Stop using our trauma, the traumas that you don't live in and you didn't even realize were true until now. Now you understand us. Oh, now you like us? Now we the same. Now we friends. Now we both black, huh? No, we're not. Stop playing the race card and then not wanting to use your case, but you want it to be national news. We're the reason your case is national news. Crump has posted shit on his page plenty of times and it hasn't gone viral. It is the black community that has carried your son's fucking story. And we have carried that story because it is too many of our story. And we understand your pain and what you're going through. And what we would like to see is real change so it can stop happening. That would be real justice. So you want to play off the pains of our loved ones, the murders in our lives, the unjust system in our lives. But you want to tell us how to react after you have pushed the trigger and triggered us all and played the race card? But now we got to be peaceable. Shout out to you, Even Steven. Shout out to you. Hey, thank you for the $10 holla. Says the Democrats about to sacrifice some more black bodies between now and the election. Whatever it takes to get us back to their plantation. Face it, when we are unalive, Democrats win. Very convenient. Well, I mean that you're right, and that's a whole nother rabbit hole we could talk about another day. But absolutely, if you were to start rioting and protesting and doing all that, because that's not really going to change anything either, right? But if you were to do that, that would actually be controlled chaos and pushed by the government, and they would want you to do that so they can use that for a political campaign and tell you, look at all the, all of the craziness that is going on since Trump's been in office. Like at the end of the day, that's fine. But where somebody said this has triggered us all, it absolutely has. And you don't get to play the race card and pull us into your mess because there are tons of stories every day that never get told. They never make it to the forefront. Crump is never standing next to them. None of us never even find out about them. Your son is not more special than anybody else's. And the truth is, if you really give a fuck, you would fight the real monster. The real monster is not necessarily who murdered her son. Because people do things. People commit crimes. That's why we have a justice system. The real monster is the system that doesn't hold certain people accountable because of their race. Allows them to get away with those crimes. See, that's what you want to change. So this doesn't happen to somebody else's son. But this is the merry-go-round of the matrix that we see all the time in this movement, and this is why we will never get anywhere. Because all of the cases that you will see big-name people who are famous, and the attorneys have stood next to those people, and they have been online, and we have hashtagged their name, and they're just a handful of all the stories that are out there. They're just a handful. The ones that we see. There's a million more, right? But for all of those people that did that, show me where anybody got any justice. Name one name. And I'm not talking about they went to jail. I'm not even talking about the officer went to jail. Most of the time, that don't happen either. And if they do get a sentence, it ain't what they need to be. But tell me who got real justice. None of them. They got a check. But the real issue is never addressed. A check is not victory. It's not justice. Even a guilty sentence for somebody the rest of their life, that's not justice. Tearing down the fabric of the systems that we are in so that they no longer can uphold that racism that they do against us, that's called justice. But if we forget that, we start fighting for individual cases that aren't really fighting for you. Because once she finds out what happened to her son, and once she gets her check, she ain't gonna know us no more. You think she gonna be online fighting for justice? You think she gonna turn into an activist because this happened to her son? You think she gonna use her efforts? You think she gonna use that big ass check she finna get and she finna use that check towards helping to fight for some justice? Hell no. She wanna know what happened to her son. And when she gets that, and when somebody goes to jail for what they did to her son, that will be enough for her. She doesn't care about the next nigga that's about to get lynched. And then Stacy's gonna lie at their medical exam and say, no foul play here, and send off some more racist officers to continue murdering black people in the community. She don't give a fuck about that. That's not her problem. It's all about her son. And that's the problem. It's supposed to be about all of our sons. If not, stop summoning the oppressed, the tortured, the tormented, the I've had a motherfucking enough group of people. Stop playing on our emotions and our oppression to get what you want. They call us the uncivilized ones. So bitch, don't call on me after you done tormented my family. Y'all done murdered our children. Y'all done put our people in ghettos. You done fucking poisoned all our foods. You done made all our kids illiterate. You done all the motherfucking shit you do that we watch you do every day. And then you call on us and tell us to be peaceable. I don't understand why we haven't been more uncivilized at this point. Why haven't we acted like all of the hooligans and thugs they say we are? Because if that's who we truly was, and I'm surprised that we not, I wish the fuck we would be, we would have been burning some shit down. It'd have been a lot of what they say, flower bringing and niggas singing and a lot of black wearing, motherfucker, if you get a chance for that. I mean, this is to say we is, because if we was, it'd be up. And it'd be stuck in this bitch. Black folks always got to be the nice ones and forgiving. And we want peace. No, we don't, bitch. It ain't even my son. I want all them motherfuckers' heads on a platter. And then I want Stacy to do their autopsy of their body while their heads is on a platter. And when she done, I need her to lay down and give me her motherfucking head too, okay? That's what I want. It ain't even my son. See, this is why you can't pull us into your fight. Because we all want different things. You want peace and justice. I want destruction and damnation. I want everything you done. It's time for you to fucking pay the price, bitch. I want Babylon in this motherfucker. We not the same. So, bitch, stop tapping on the black card if you not ready for the triggers of black people that you pull. Because, bitch, we done been through some shit and we traumatized. Our kids is fucked up and missing and beat up and every fucking thing else and tormented and fucked over. And they wasn't even on a yacht. They wasn't even on a boat on 4th of July. They was in the hood. Just trying to go to the candy store. And you think, oh, another nigga shot him? No, the police rode up on their ass and beat the fuck out of him. Punched him in the face. Told him he looked like a suspect. Tased his ass. Come to find out he only 13. That's the shit I'm talking about. At least your son ain't allowed to live with the trauma that shit happens to him. Let's ask all the black 8-year-olds who get put in handcuffs at school by the resource officer. What the fuck is that about? We've always been seen as animals and not humane. And then all of a sudden you want your son to be seen like he's some motherfucking body because he black? Stop playing the black card. Y'all pissing me off with that. And I'm talking to other black people. Keep that bitch in your pocket. Stop playing it when it ain't real or you ain't ready for the motherfucking shit it bring. You sit down and play a game of spades, bitch, and dominoes. You got to play the game till it's over because somebody got to win. These motherfuckers want to keep playing the race card. But once the game gets started, now all of a sudden, well, wait a minute. Can y'all just calm down a little bit? And then you got Crump out here feeding people shit and then trying to walk it back. They want people to calm down, but you got Crump posting pictures of the boy at a pool party from another time and saying that this was at 11 o'clock at night and we don't know if this is true or not. You're an attorney, motherfucker. Why would you post that if you hadn't verified that? He knew what it's the people. So your attorney playing games and he shit that he know he ain't verified, so more rumors can come out, so more videos can be made, so more attention can be brought to your son. Bitch, you playing on the top of black people's head, and they pissing me off, and I don't give no fuck that their son is gone at this point, because y'all playing with black people. Trump threw that shit out there to trigger us, and then you want to reel it back in like, oh, well, could y'all just calm down? Stop playing games with black people's emotions. Crump shouldn't have posted that shit. It came from your attorney. So everybody ran with it because they just swore it was true. You keep putting shit in the pot to make black people madder and madder and madder because you want this attention for your son. You don't get to trigger black people and then tell them how to react. You should have just got you a white attorney. Like Carmelo Anthony. He would have helped you out. And you should have kept this shit to yourself, bitch. Okay? In Spring Valley or wherever the fuck you live. You should have kept it there. Okay? You should have called on all them white friends you thought was your friends, and you should have made something happen, baby girl. You shouldn't have called the black people because you don't really fuck with us. You should have called all the white people. If they such good white people and ain't no racism, the white people in your community should be fighting wholeheartedly with you because they love Nolan. He was a good kid, and they want to know what happened to him, too. I bet them white motherfuckers ain't fighting with you, but you got us fighting with you, bitch, and you ain't never spent a day in the hood. Girl, miss me with that bullshit. Got the bitch-ass husband back there with nothing to say. Emasculate black men again. She up there running her mouth. Want to play the race card, but be a good nigga at the same time. I can't with these motherfuckers. I'm sorry, I don't have no sympathy. I don't know how y'all feel, but I'm not saying I'm glad. I feel nothing. If I feel anything, I feel disrespected as a black person who has been through trauma, who ain't got the justice they need for their family members. Like, my brother's still dead. He still ain't got no justice, and he's still dead. I don't know. I guess it's just about your son. Okay. Shout out to you, Essential, for the $20 holler. Says, Mechee, what do you think about Judge Carlos Moore interview with Don Lemon? I don't know. I didn't see it. I gotta go look at it. I didn't see it. I was watching some of Don Lemon the other day. I couldn't believe that he got that many people in his chat. I didn't see it. I can't speak on it because I didn't see it. I was watching some stuff. His show was long as hell, but I have to go look at it. I didn't see what he said. But y'all, with that said, I'm going to get out of here. Y'all do me a favor. Like this video. Share this video with somebody. Subscribe if you have not. Hit the notification bell. I just wanted to come here and say that. I gotta go. I gotta pack my bags and shit and get ready to go to the airport in the middle of the damn night. But join us in North Carolina, y'all. With some shit that actually matters. That's for the whole black community. Shout out to Zykes. We have our second location. So y'all come out there and check us out. Stay tuned to the comment section, the community section. On Facebook. I mean, fucking YouTube. And I'll put some more information up there for the address of the school, and the days will be there if you guys want to come by. And again, if y'all want to enroll your kids no matter where they are, you guys can go to the site, and we're enrolling kids now starting for the upcoming year. Oh, you talking about the black man? Somebody said he was once a judge in Mississippi. The black man. I've seen him, but I didn't see what he had to say. But I just want to say, you need to stop letting You need to stop letting these people play on our heads as black folks. We shouldn't jump to fight for everybody just because they black. The people who wouldn't fuck with us, don't call us now that you need us for your kids. I'm just saying. Ain't none of us got justice, ma'am. You're not going to get it either, okay? You're going to get a check. And if you're okay with a check for your son and not changing the system, that's why you need to shut the fuck up talking to us. Shout out to you for the $20 holler. Thank you for that. All right, y'all. Like this video, share this video, subscribe if you have not. I will talk to you guys when I get to North Carolina. I'll talk to you guys again tomorrow. I'll be back. All right, y'all. Talk to you later.